to welcome a Cane Corso into your life, and you're already thinking long-term. Smart move.
Now, we both know the internet is bursting with Cane Corso lifespan estimates.
Some reassuring.
Some, well, not so much.
Right.
But today, we're diving deep into the sources you provided.
Yeah.
Separating myth from reality.
To unearth the secrets to a long, healthy life for your future best friend.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't ask for a better guide than our expert for this deep dive, given your experience with responsible breeding.
I'm curious, have you come across any Corsos that defy the average lifespan?
Absolutely. I knew a Corso once, a majestic silver brindle named Caesar.
Who lived to be an astonishing 15 years old.
Wow.
It turns out his breeder had meticulously tracked longevity in their lines, going back generations. Caesar was practically hardwired for a long life.
15 years. That's incredible. See, this is what I love about these deep dives. You stumble upon these nuggets of hope.
And inspiration. Okay, so the sources seem to agree that the average Cane Corso lifespan
Is around 9 to 12 years.
Yeah.
But one source, Fenrir Canine Leaders.
mentioned that's actually impressive for a giant breed. I have to admit I was surprised by that.
It's a common misconception that larger dogs have shorter lifespans.
While it's true that on average, giant breeds do tend to live shorter lives than their smaller counterparts, Cane Corsos often exceed expectations. Several sources, including PetMD and Dogster, confirm this 9 to 12-year range.
So if that's the blueprint for a long life, how do we ensure your Cane Corso thrives for all those years?
Maybe even pulls a Caesar and hits 15. What are the key ingredients, besides a time machine?
Well, we can't turn back time, but we can definitely stack the odds in your Corso's favor. And it starts with genetics.
Okay, so responsible breeding. We're not just talking about avoiding, those common health issues.
It goes deeper than that.
Exactly. Responsible breeders are looking beyond just avoiding immediate health concerns like hip dysplasia.
They're digging into their lines, identifying those dogs who consistently live long, healthy lives,
Okay.
and using that information to make breeding decisions.
So it's about selecting for longevity itself. That's fascinating.
Precisely. It's about ensuring those long life genes are passed down through generations. One source I found particularly insightful was the Cane Corso Handbook. They use this great analogy. Imagine you're choosing an athlete for an endurance race. You wouldn't just pick someone who's injury-free. You'd look for someone with a history of stamina, endurance, a family legacy of going the distance.
That's such a good point. So when our listener is researching breeders, what's the million-dollar question they should be asking to uncover this kind of information?
Don't just ask about health clearances. Ask about the average lifespan of dogs in their lines.
Are they consistently hitting 11, 12, even 13 years?
Wow.
Those are the breeders who are truly invested in breeding for longevity.
That's such a valuable tip and a great reminder to go beyond the surface when choosing a breeder. Okay, so we've laid the foundation with good genes, but what about the day-to-day building blocks of a long life?
Let me guess. All kibble diet and a life on the couch isn't going to cut it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just like with humans, diet and exercise are crucial for a Cane Corso's longevity.
Okay.
They might not need to train for a marathon or anything.
But we need to fuel their bodies right and keep them active.
So what does a longevity-boosting diet actually look like for a Corso? Spill the kibble secrets.
Well, ditch the image of an all-kibble diet. Think of it like this. You wouldn't want to eat the same thing every day for your whole life, would you?
Right, no.
Corsos thrive on variety. High-quality protein sources, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, think lean meats, fish, vegetables, and carefully chosen grains.
Okay, so variety is key. Now, I have to ask about vet visits. The sources I sent over really emphasize that,
Absolutely. Regular vet checkups are essential for any dog.
but especially giant breeds like Cane Corsos.
Right.
And here's where those breed-specific needs really come into play.
Remember how we talk about those powerful Corso hearts?
Right, those hearts aren't just big metaphorically, they're actually big.
Exactly. One source, the Complete Guide to Cane Corsos, highlighted dilated cardiomyopathy, or DCM, as a concern for the breed. It's a heart condition that affects many large breeds, but being aware of it and having your Corso's heart checked regularly can make a huge difference.
Just about catching things early, right?
Because the earlier you catch those potential issues, the better the chance of managing them successfully.
Precisely. And it's not just about the heart. Remember that tiny athlete analogy?
Uh-huh.
Those powerful muscles and bones need attention too.
Okay, so we're talking joints. And I know one source, I think it's a Rough Day Pest, really went in depth on this. What are some red flags Corso owners should watch for?
And what can they do to support healthy joints?
Well, Corsos are prone to hip and elbow dysplasia, which one of your sources described as basically like arthritis for dogs.
Wow.
Early signs can be subtle, like stiffness, especially in the morning, or hesitation to jump or climb stairs.
And you're right, Ref Day Pets had some great advice. Keeping your Corso at a healthy weight is crucial, as extra pounds put extra stress on those joints.
Makes sense. It's like carrying around a backpack full of rocks all day. I bet that would make anyone's joints ache.
But it's not just about weight, right?
There are proactive things owners can do too.
Absolutely. Supplements like glucosamine and chondroitin can help support joint health, as can activities like swimming, which is low impact but still provides a great workout.
It's all about reducing wear and tear while keeping those joints mobile.
Okay, so we've covered genetics, we've talked about the importance of a balanced diet and regular exercise, and we've really dug deep into the importance of those proactive vet visits. But Corsos aren't just bodies to maintain, are they?
They're emotional, intelligent creatures who need more than just physical care to truly thrive.
You're spot on. We can't forget about their mental and emotional well-being, which, as one of your sources highlighted, plays a significant role in their overall lifespan. Here's where it gets really interesting for me, because we're talking about a breed that was historically bred for guarding, for protection. So how do we reconcile that history with giving them a life that is enriching and stimulating, but also emotionally balanced?
That's a great question, and it really gets to the heart of what makes Cane Corso so fascinating. They are powerful, intelligent dogs.
And they need an outlet for that energy and intelligence. But it doesn't have to mean turning them into attack dogs or anything like that.
Right.
There are so many positive ways to tap into their natural instincts and give them a sense of purpose.
Okay, so give our listeners some actionable advice. What are some specific activities they can do with their Corso to keep them mentally and emotionally stimulated?
Well, one source, Cane Corso, living with a guardian breed, talked about channeling their natural instincts through training.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be all serious obedience drills or anything like that.
Right.
It can be fun, engaging activities that challenge their minds and bodies. Remember that tiny athlete mentality?
Yeah.
It applies to their brains, too.
So agility courses, nose work, puzzle toys.
All fantastic options. Agility training, for example, not only provides physical exercise,
Right.
but it also requires them to think strategically, to follow directions, to work in partnership with their owner. It taps into their natural intelligence and athleticism in a really positive way.
I'm already picturing our listeners' Instagram feed full of adorable videos of their Corso navigating those jumps and tunnels.
Right.
Yes.
And don't underestimate the power of mental enrichment outside of structured activities.
Even something as simple as a walk in nature can be incredibly stimulating for a Cane Corso.
So new sights, new smells, new squirrels to chase.
Well, maybe not chasing squirrel,
Okay.
but you get the idea.
Yeah.
It's about keeping their senses engaged, providing them with opportunities to explore and learn about the world around them.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
We've gone beyond those basic lifespan estimates and really unearthed some hidden gems about Cane Corso longevity.
It's amazing how much those seemingly small details, the breeder you choose, the food you feed them, the way you engage their minds,
Right.
can add up to make a real difference in their lifespan and quality of life.
Exactly. It's not just about adding years to their life. It's about adding life to their years.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listener with one final thought-provoking nugget from our research.
Okay.
One source, I believe it was the Corso conundrum.
Mentioned that every interaction we have with our dogs shapes their future.
Wow.
It's a powerful reminder that we have a responsibility to be the best possible guardians for these incredible animals.
It's a beautiful thought, and it speaks to the incredible bond we share with our dogs.
It's a partnership, a journey of shared experiences and mutual respect.
Beautifully said. So to our listener, congratulations on embarking on this journey with your Cane Corso. May it be filled with long walks, playful adventures, and countless moments of shared joy. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into the fascinating world of Cane Corsos. We'll be here for your next deep dive, ready to unearth even more insights. Until then, happy tail wags.